The signals that Bing looks at to figure out what it is you're actually asking when you come to Bing are pretty interesting. I always talk about the fact that if you walked into a pub and just yelled out a two-word phrase, people would immediately start wondering if you've had too much to drink or not already. But yet in search, that's what we expect. People generally put about 2.4 or 2.6, depending on what country you're in, words per query into the engine, which is, if you think about it, kind of chaotic. So we have to use all these signals to figure out what it is you're actually asking when you say something like home office. Like, what do you really mean by that? And that's what we call intent. And so the intent derivation techniques that we use are many. One example are things like, where are you physically? Like, are you in the UK, are you in Germany, are you in the US? And even with that, where are you in the UK? Are you in Worthing, are you in London, or are you in Devonshire? Those types of things. So that's the first thing, is where. What time of day is it? Is an interesting one. So actually, if you query for, again, traffic, say at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's probably a different intent than if you query for it at, say, 5:30 or 6. So looking at that type of thing. But then it gets more involved past that. We look at things like previous query history. So what have you been querying for in that session previously? Was it a very technical intent type of query, or was it a more entertainment type of query that helps us understand how to look at the results going forward? And then also social signals are a huge thing inside of Bing right now. Really understanding what are your friends doing across the web? What are they liking? What are they sharing? What are they tweeting about? And that actually helps us understand exactly what might be relevant to you, and it certainly, even if it's not wholly relevant to you, showing you what your friends are doing, those that you communicate with on a regular basis in response to your query, can actually provide a very powerful signal to kind of guide that query down, guide the results down to something that makes sense to you. So it really kind of runs the gamut from very kind of hyper-local via IP address and whatnot, all the way to a very personal result using your previous history and what your friends have done.